The New York Knicks, they've been one of the most exciting teams in the league for the last month. They made an early splash, remember, in the trade markets this morning. They added forward Bojan Bogdanovic. And Knicks fans, they are in for an unusually good mood as we move towards spring. It really feels like New York is here. I'm not going to do the Stephen A. impression because I can't do it as well as him. But New York, stand up. They feel like the winners of the trade deadline as we say hello once again to our senior writer for Anscape, Marc Spears. Marc, the barometer for the Eastern Conference, it really is the Boston Celtics. Have the Knicks done enough to defeat the Boston Celtics in a 7-game series?
I think they could challenge them for sure. But you got to wait till this Knicks team is healthy.
Right.
Perk, earlier talking about the team's not sexy. They need to go get a big superstar this summer. They don't have the typical big three, but they got a big apple three now. Like most NBA teams don't have 3 players that score over 20 points per game. They do now with Bogdanovic coming to the team. And with Julius Randle out a couple weeks, he's not going to get evaluated for another 2 weeks on the shoulder. You know, this is a time for Bogdanovic to be a hero in the Big Apple, to get some fans behind him, to score 20-plus a game. He had over 30 points 2 games last month. He could do that. And Perk, you played against Burks. He could score in his sleep. So they added a really good, under-the-radar scorer who I've had a lot of respect for. But once that team gets healthy, scoring-wise, with the Big Apple 3.
Big Apple 3, we're patenting that.
I'm telling you, man, they're a problem offensively.
I mean, big bro, you're literally preaching to the choir over here. I've been singing this, and I'm talking about gospels. I don't know what music.
A little Kirk.
Take me home,
or
whatever you want, however you want to go with it.
Take me home's country, right?
No. That's, you know what I'm saying? We had it in the Catholic Church a little bit. But look, here's the thing, man. I'm not going to get into Christianity right here, but I am about to speak the gospel again.
Oh, goodness.
New York Knicks and OG Anunoby, okay? The most important position in the NBA is the wing position. People don't realize this. The Denver Nuggets, credit to Jamal Murray, credit to Jokic, they're not winning the championship without Aaron Gordon, right? He was the 3rd best player on their team. He was the reason that they ran through the Miami Heat like they did. When I look at OG Anunoby, he is just so valuable, not just defensively, but what he brings to the table offensively, that size, that athleticism. So when you have to go through against a Giannis Antetokounmpo, he could match up. If you have to put him up on a Jason Tatum in a 7-game series, he's built for that. I'm telling you, this Knicks team, man, I never thought I would be saying this, you know, playing 8.5 years in the Eastern Conference for the Boston Celtics, but it's orange and blue skies right now. Oh, orange and blue skies.
They have been hearing melodies from heaven, Perk, in New York. Thank you. We have some people singing in the background.
Oh, that's Demetrius.
Look, they are contenders. They've been contenders without Burks and without Bogdanovic, but now they truly are. Now the question is, Boston Celtics, can they beat them in a 7-game series? To me, it's not. I don't think so. The Celtics, it's going to be difficult. I don't think so. But can you get a little bit of postseason magic? Anyone can do that. We saw the Miami Heat do that. Why do I like this? All of their specialists do different things. It's not like you have an aggregation at the center, an aggregation at the point guard. Now they've touched all spheres of the game, and they're led by one of the best in the game. Very few people have had a season like Jalen Brunson has had. Like, when we talk about the best showing up and representing their team and taking the next step, he's done that. They brought perimeter defense. Now they brought
more
shooters.
Respect on his name, because you guys say there's no.
We have.
They're getting there.
Let's bring someone who knows something about being in the New York Knicks front office into the conversation. Scott Perry.
My boy Scott.
With us, the former general manager of the New York Knicks. Scott,
how's everybody doing?
We're doing well, especially now that you're here. As you're looking at the moves that New York has made now, and then also what they're set up to do in the future, what do you see as what comes next for New York?
Well, I love the position that New York is in right now. They did what they had to do at this deadline. Going to get Alec Burks, who had just played there a couple years ago, trusted player by the New York Knicks coaching staff, brings that scoring that they lost when they lost Emmanuel quickly in the trade with Toronto, and you go get Bojan Bogdanovic, who can average 20 a game. And I like what the Hall of Famer Marc Spears just said, the Big Apple 3. I think what they have there now is definitely good enough to get to the Eastern Conference Finals, and they will give the Boston Celtics a run for their money. So I would just wait and see what happens with this group here right now before I make any proclamations what they need to do in the summer. Get everybody back healthy, Randall, Anobi, and Mitchell Robinson. They're deep, they're tough. They can beat you in a variety of ways now because they're going to be one of the better shooting teams over in the East. Now, when you added the two guys they added today to go along with Jalen Brunson and OG Anunoby, love what they did today.
We love what they did today, too. It really feels like the Knicks, they could be making a move up the standings. Scott Perry, thank you so very much.